Who are you? Based on your vibe, student. Your blouse.
10 behind-the-scenes facts of You, the Netflix series. There is a lot that goes into making the creepy, twisted, murder-filled journey of Joe Ruben Lucius Goldberg that fans might not even recognize. You began as a 2014 novel by Carol Lovingian Kepnes that was custom-made for a period of time series within the fall of 2018. However, it very blew up once Netflix picked it up at the tip of that year, and later created a second season. Whereas the story itself is super interesting, a number of the behind-the-scenes facts regarding creating You may actually provide fans an entire new perspective. In today's video, that is exactly what we will be talking about. Here are 10 behind-the-scenes facts of You, the Netflix series. But hey, before going on with our video, hit that subscribe button to watch more videos like this one. Now let's get going. Number 10. Candace wasn't always supposed to return. In Kepnes' novel, Joe gruesomely kills Candace by drowning her. However, the series set to notably deviate from supplied material. Once the season 1 finale twist unconcealed Candace to be substantially alive. Fans of the show were pretty much stunned by the cliffhanger's reveal, as Joe's long-lost ex went on to play a vital role in season 2 by dating 40 and also infiltrating Joe's inner circle as Amy. Hence, the large twist at the top of season 1 was the comeback of Joe's ex-girlfriend Candace, whom viewers believed was dead. Within the books, Candace never really came back, which obviously did not follow the show's setup. Berlanti aforementioned that the choice to bring back Candace from the dead solely occurred almost halfway through the primary first season of the show. In season 2, the return of Candace filled within the role of Amy that was a brand new woman in the story, and also Joe's new entanglement as well. That's how they say it, right? Entanglement? Never mind, moving on.
Sucks to have someone pretend to be you, doesn't it?
Number 9. The series is largely directed by women. 12 episodes out of the series' 21 episodes are directed by ladies, with Dead to Pine and atypical director Silver Tree having directed the foremost 3 episodes. You have stress on telling this narrative through the feminine lens. Other very notable feminine administrators who have sealed their marks on the You series throughout its initial 2 seasons are How to Get Away with Murder director Cherry Noen, Glow director Mira Menon, and also Supergirl director Claude E. Shannon Coley.
Being a writer means it's the most, it's the only important thing, and...
Number 8. Pablo and Ellie didn't exist in the books. What may surprise several of the You viewers is that there is no actual trace of 2 very important characters in the book. That is that both the character of Pablo nor Ellie really existed within the books. And that is pretty clear, as each youth characters add a fantastic quantity of heat and spatial property to Joe's character. Pablo and Ellie modify Joe, and Pablo's narrative is especially moving. Moreover, Ellie was an admirer favorite in season 2 because of feisty and social media savvy younger sister Joe's property owner, and it is laborious to imagine the series having a similar meaning without these 2 key characters. In both season 1 and season 2 of You, Joe takes it upon himself to look after a feisty young kid in need of help. But actually, as told earlier, these kids are completely unique to the TV show and did not show up at all in Caroline Kepnes' You novels.
He believes me, and so I really need your help. I need to get out of here, please. He said he'd be back later.
Number 7. Penn Badgley doesn't like Joe and considered turning down the role. After coming back off a multi-year stint on the hit Gossip Women, Badgley was not positive whether or not he wished to throw himself into another TV project. Although Berlanti had his eye on the actor for the role from the start, Badgley wasn't a friend of Joe as a personality because of his twisted science. And also, the actor felt virtuously conflicted. Badgley conjointly recognized fans of Gossip Women were possible to match Joe to his previous role of Dan Humphrey, stating that Joe ends up being a meta progression of Dan Humphrey. That makes me wildly uncomfortable, but also right at home. Fans are glad that Badgley is determined to plan for the role finally, as there is no different actor the World Health Organization could have stopped within the role of Joe, quite like Badgley.
Why?
Number 6. A lot of Joe's scenes are filmed totally silent. While the final edited result looks natural, strip away the voiceovers, and Penn Badgley spends a significant part of You silently acting, making a variety of faces during large gaps of quiet. On set, the silences are worked around by Badgley's stand-in, who reads out all of Joe's voiceovers, to ensure there's enough space in editing to fill in all of Joe's twisted inner monologues that make you tick. Joe is just about perpetually talking once viewers watch an episode of You. However, motion picture photography of his scene is really the polar opposite, since a lot of Joe's dialogue are in his head. Penn Badgley showed off how Joe, he is silent throughout the motion picture photography of his scenes, particularly those wherever Joe is solo and alone. It is pretty smart, actually, but however, it is fun to imagine Badgley simply wordlessly acting out all of his scenes, and he admitted it is a terribly weird scenario too.
Who are you? Based on your vibe, student.
Number 5. The series was originally pitched in 2015. Time and place is everything in Hollywood, and few shows have been more of a testament to it than You. That was originally pitched to Outset in 2015. Outset optioned the Caroline Kepnes novel of an equivalent name, and Greg Berlanti and Sarah Gamble were on board to develop. However, the series ultimately fell through. It took a lot of trial and error on life before the series eventually landed right wherever it belonged on Netflix, who had the target demographic required to form the series explode in quality and also popularity.
It's not terrible.
Number 4. Joe's Bookstore is a real-life popular set. The notorious location from Season 1, Mooney's store, may be a real-life Manhattan specialty store known as Logos. This is not the primary time Logos has been used for a big-time Hollywood production, because the interior of the store was used in Melissa McCarthy's critically acclaimed 2018 film, named as Are You Able to Ever Forgive Me? Fans of this series are going to be happy to grasp that they'll visit the real-life location of Joe's favorite store, if they ever notice themselves strolling around the higher side. BRB, rewatching to see if I can spot Joe behind the counter.
But are you?
Number 3. The show was cancelled after the first season. Many of the series fans are unaware of the fact that You were created by Lifetime, and therefore the initial season ventilated on the traditional cable TV. Whereas Lifetime had high hopes for the series and revived it before season 1 ventilated, the cable channel had a modification of heart and canceled the series when it did not really capture a major audience, and came back with pretty unsatisfying ratings. Netflix, who was already signed on to the project for international distribution, still saw potential and took the series underneath its own umbrella to renew it. The team at Netflix is glad they did. As a result, the series has had tremendous success ever since.
I'm not a maybe.
Number 2. Elizabeth Lail hadn't read the book since she auditioned. When Elizabeth Lail auditioned to play Beck, she wasn't aware at the time of her character's fate. It was only after Lail received a callback that she decided to give the source material a read-through and quickly realized that her character was in for a gruesome roller coaster ride with deadly consequences. Lail later admitted to Radio Times that she had hoped for a different ending for her character. And though she understood the ending from a story perspective, she still hoped out that her character would have won out, stating, "The woman doesn't win in the end. I'm so sick and tired of that."
That was an incredible show to be on. You never really know what you're...
Number 1. Shay Mitchell would tease Penn Badgley for his lack of social media knowledge. Joe Goldberg may be a master at navigating the socials, but Badgley himself is a different story. He admitted he is not super knowledgeable about social apps, whereas his Season 1 co-star Mitchell is a pro. She even helped explain what Tumblr was to him. But Badgley decided to give up on the blogging site when he couldn't get his real name as a username.
Tried to find my computer yet? It's just this little...
What do you think about these behind-the-scenes facts? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Also, hit the bell icon button so that you'll get a notification every time we post a new video.